Hey guys, it's TechRan here. In today's video, we'll be reviewing the ARZOPA Portable 1080p 60Hz monitor. That's right. If you guys do not know, I just picked this up from Micro Center here today because later this weekend, I'm actually going on vacation to Emerald Isles, which I'm super excited about. If you guys do not know, I usually take a laptop with me when I actually travel, so that way if I want to remote into my desktop at home, I can always work from where I'm traveling at, which is pretty nice, and I feel like it's just one of those things that makes my life so much easier. So I have this dual-core laptop that I've been using for like forever now. I think it's been more like 7 or 10 years old now. So dual core laptop, it's just remote desktop, which is more than enough to do the job. However, I recently got a Mac Mini M2, which has been absolutely amazing, and I thought I'd use it as a portable desktop setup, and I needed a portable monitor to go with it, which is this what I got here. So I want to see this monitor is actually good or not. So first thing you need to know, it's $80. It's 1080p 60 hertz and it is an IPS panel. Now it's also a 15.6-inch monitor with anti-glare plus some other stuff like HDR if you want to use that. I'm not a huge HDR guy myself, but hey, if you have access to that if you want to. Let's get into the unboxing. So first of all, we got to open up this package. With that though, we got access to the device and stuff, so we can just open up this box. It's one of those boxes kind of just, you just lift it up the top and it slips on out. Of course, it's going to take a second for it to come undone, but with that though, we got access to the panel, and then I think there's also supposed to be some cables that come with it. Yeah, so here's a little manual. We also got ourselves a little QR code thing, and we actually got multiple cables for it, which is nice. So we have one USB-C to another USB-C for actually powering it, and also for just setting an HDMI connection, which is awesome. We have another cable here, which is USB to USB-C to power it. Then finally, we also have a HDMI for input, and then for an output for mini HDMI. So that way you want to plug this into the monitor, you plug this one, the HDMI end, into your laptop or Mac, and then you plug the other end for the mini HDMI into the panel in itself. And then we of course have the monitor in itself, which is very clean, to say the very least. My camera's like not autofocusing properly, which is fantastic. So with this panel, you can actually slip it up and lean it against itself because this is magnetic, so I have to figure out how to get the magnets to work on this thing. Okay, so I got it set up so you can lean it up like this. I'm not gonna lie, lining this thing up to be like mounted is kind of annoying. I'm not really happy with it for like how you place it up there, like position it. So just something to say, it is magnetic, but the magnets on the actual mount are not particularly the best. Now for the I/O of the device, you have a few different things. First of all, you have two USB-C ports, for actually one for power and one for actual power and also an input signal. I think they can be used for either one, doesn't particularly matter as long as you use that double-ended USB-C cable. And then you also have a mini HDMI for just an HDMI signal. And then you have your buttons on the top here. First of all, the top button, if you click it, it'll let you select your input device for a USB-C type 1 or 2 or the HDMI signal, so you can plug in multiple devices you want. And you can go choose through them by clicking the middle button, and then if you click the bottom button, it will actually pick that input. So for me, I'm not going to mess with this time being, so if you want to back out of it, click the top button. Now the middle button allows you to actually check your audio, and increasing it by clicking on the top side of the audio button, and you can hold it to actually increase, and then you click the bottom one, it'll actually decrease it, which is pretty nice. And you can just back out of it by clicking the top button again, which will take you back out. And now the final button, which is the bottom button here, if you click on this, it'll let you go in the information about the device. And of course, if you click on it again, it'll let you mess with the settings. So I clicked on brightness, I can mess with that. If you want to back out of that, click the top button to back out, which is pretty cool. So you can get really crazy with this actual panel to do what you want with it. And if you want to move around for your actual menu, you click the middle button up and down depending on the direction of the volume nod. So yeah, I'm not going to mess with this too much. I'm just going to leave this as is. Now let's get into some testing. First of all, I have a timeline for a little video editing project on it, and then right after this, we're going to actually check out what's it called, do some gaming on it. But this is going to just kind of see how it would actually perform if I was to actually start video editing on this to see the colors. So the colors on this thing are not bad, actually. They're pretty good. It wasn't specified what the color range on this device was, and I feel like there's probably a way for me to test it, and I just don't know how. If you guys know how, let me know for future videos. Now another thing to keep in mind, that this device does actually have speakers on it, but I don't think the speakers are particularly the best because they come out the back side of the device in itself. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend, but if you're wondering how it sounds, they actually use the actual speakers. Here's how it would sound like. So the audio from that is not particularly the best. It's kind of muffled because it's going towards the back of the device. So I would not recommend using the speakers. Just get a headset, wireless, connect it, and then you have this really nice picture quality, and then you just have good audio, and then it works. So let's try some gaming on it now. Now for the gaming test in itself, I want to quickly just say it. This camera on the side here does not do the monitor justice. It actually looks very, very good. The only issue is that I had to decrease the lighting just to kind of give you guys an understanding of how good it looks. So I will give it points on how it looks. It's unfortunate this monitor only is what's it called, 60 hertz, because like with this kind of thing with Apex, I'm like having 120 easy. So it really would be nice to like kind of show off how fast it plays. I know they have a 144 version of this monitor, but it's like instead of it being like $8, it's what is it, 156 or something like that. So it's not particularly the best. I don't feel like for a portable monitor you should buy a very expensive monitor, because like if you're gonna spend like 150 on a monitor, just buy yourself a normal monitor, you know what I'm saying? Unless you do a lot of traveling, then treat yourself to a nice portable monitor, you know what I'm saying? But unless otherwise, then just don't do that. Honestly, the only problem with this monitor I'm noticing when I'm playing FPS shooters, since it's only a 15-inch panel, it is really, really hard to see shit when they're really far. So if you play Apex, make sure to use a 3X to say the very least, because it is not particularly the best. Oh, so I just put everything on that guy. Also, this mount does not help. The thing just literally fell when I was trying to move it over here. I do not like the mount to this panel at all. Like, supposedly it's supposed to be magnetic and really, really good, but it keeps slipping. So I'm not entirely sure like what's up with that. Do I just have it wrong? I'm not entirely too sure what's up with it. It's just really dumb. I was really hoping that the mount for this thing wouldn't be bad, because my biggest thing with portable monitors is that the mount needs to be good. And if the mount's not good, then it's bad. Oh my god, some rush every single time I shoot somebody. Oh, that's game. So let's go over my final thoughts now on the ARZOPA 1080p monitor. First of all, I want to say this portable monitor is very nice. It comes with all the cables included, especially that USB-C to USB-C cable, because only just plug that into your Mac device will provide power to the actual monitor itself and an HDMI signal. So you only need one cable for that. And then they'll give you the other cables too if you do need to use the laptop, because the laptop you'll need to use an HDMI out to that HDMI cable to the mini HDMI to plug in the monitor for the input for the actual picture, and then you'll have to use the other cable for the USB-C to USB to actually power the actual monitor itself, so that requires two cables. So it's nice they gave everything to you, and it's cool that they're actually pretty good build quality for the cables, I'll give them that. One thing that really annoys me though with this actual portable monitor is the mount. The mount in itself is supposed to be magnetic, supposed to be easily to hold up the thing and have no issues with it. For me personally, I must be terrible at setting these kind of things up, because it's good. When I have it up, it works. But then when I start moving up, twinking with it, it just falls. So I do not like this thing at all for its actual like mounting for the portable. I will say they need to fix the actual magnets on it and make them stronger, so that way it doesn't move around, because I thought the magnets were going to be really good, but it doesn't seem to be good. They're good, but not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference when you know there's a good magnet and a bad magnet, and this is like in my sweet spot in between where it's like it's good enough to get the job done. Now the other thing, the color range on this thing and also the resolution, 1080p, looks good. And there's not much else to be said. The only real big complaint I had with this, with the price, is of course the actual mount. And I think everything else about it is fine. I'm definitely gonna be keeping this for the time being, just because I really like the picture quality. I love how this looks. I really wish I knew the color range for this thing, but I say it looks awesome. But yeah, that's the ARZOPA, actually 1080p, 60 hertz monitor on the go. If you guys did find this video helpful, make sure to smash like button, get subscribed so you don't miss any future tech content. And of course, everything will be linked down below if you wanna get one for yourself. And until then, have a great day, Tech Grant out.